Hey everyone, so matchmaking appears to be a little bit scuffed. So Salty's matched LVT, which is fine. The problem with that is that GT was meant to match LVT based on everyone being down to a 9 war cooldown, which is interesting, but oh well, shit happens. We've got LVT, this is second against third, I'm pretty sure. At the time it was. I think it still is. No, Noon is now third, but second against third. Essentially, we need to win to keep War Champ hopes alive. Because if we win this, then in theory, if matchmaking works, we should play GT in the final war of the season. War 9, and that'll be a straight shootout. Whoever wins gets War Champ. Should be as simple as that. So yeah, really big war for us. There is a slight chance that matchmaking does a funny and we don't match GT, and then it's an attack bonus race, which we are currently losing. But, I mean, we're just hoping to match GT to, at least have it in our own hands. But anyway, onto this war first, though, because we obviously need to win this, and this is not going to be an easy war. Enchantress dexed me twice because she's fun at parties. But now I've got her in the corner, which is quite good, and so I'm just going to SB1, and then she's absolutely cooked, essentially, because she's right in the corner now. I can just spam my heavies completely, and she's dead. I was running recoils for these first few fights, because Zola's fine with recoils, and I'm using Sinister a bit this war. So yeah. Pretty decent fight overall. The Red Skull was a lot faster than usual because of the recoils, but yeah, still put it on 2x speed because it's just boring. Alright, now we're on to this Kindred on path 2, section 2, path 4. Pretty easy fight. We have infinite healing on this because there is like 3 separate debuffs on us throughout the fight, and Sinister, obviously, his healing cannot be reduced. We're obviously using this to get a Mystic Charge. I have got Zola and recoils on, so the damage is still absolutely wild. There's 18 degens on him. Takes him straight to the Nightmare Outbreak within, like, literally 20 seconds. Just gotta wait out this route, and then we can just slap him to death. Full health finish because of all the healing. So yeah, that's a free Mystic Charge. Very easy to get. And now we've got this APOC, so sadly we do have to go and remove our, our recoils. I decided to leave it in. I usually cut that stuff out, but I decided to leave it in for a specific purpose that you'll see in a second. But anyway, we've got this Future Ant-Man versus APOC, very standard fight, very easy fight as well. So yeah. This is the only fight I'm turning them off for. I'm turning them straight back on after this matchup. Yeah, this is just sad that this APOC existed. If Sinister wasn't a mutant, I would just Sinister this, but because he is, I can't parry stun APOC, which is annoying. That was dumb, though. For some reason, I didn't expect that to take him to 1 bar of power. So I just ate an SB1, and then I eat a combo, because intercepts against APOC are fucking illegal. But anyway, that's fine. Let's just throw an SB2 to kind of reset the tempo a bit. I did want this Disintegrate to expire, but he throws it right at the last second, which is annoying. It's fine. It's nothing like fight changing. It's just going to be slightly slower. But yeah, now it's all just about dexing the SB1s, which I failed to do there, but it's fine because I only got hit by the last bit and it glanced anyway, so that's completely fine. But yeah, now if I get one big special off, he'll pretty much be dead. Gotta dex this special, which we do. Very nice. But yeah, this war is interesting because of what it shows that the matchmaking might be slightly wonky. I do really hope that we do match GT. It would be a very nice end to the season, because both alliances will theoretically be 8 wins, no losses, and it'll be like the straight shootout. So yeah, hopefully it does happen, but matchmaking may ruin us. But anyway, onto this Nefaria now. With Sinister, I've got my Mystic Charge. I'm gonna throw on a Power Start 1 again, because my one from the APOC fight fell off. And going into this fight, and I instantly realised, shit, I didn't turn recoils back on. I'm an absolute dumbass. Now, thankfully, Sinister is still busted. So even with recoils off, this is relatively fine. It is just going to be a decent bit slower, but it's still fine. The strategy doesn't change. We're wanting to hold block so he doesn't throw specials. Yeah, he got one off there, which was kind of ass, but it's fine. And even with 2 SB1s, he's down to a third of his health already, which is very much fine. Charge up again, and we're going to be able to throw another SB1, and then he's going to SB3, which is fine as long as I throw it before. Because now... Oh, I get my relic in too, because funny. Now he's going to activate Ionic from his SB3, but that is fine because the degens before Ionic will still do their damage. Those degens, though, will do nothing. I shouldn't have thrown that because he got an evade off as well. It did give me the energy vulnerability at least, which is free healing. But yeah, now I'm just going to combo him down because my degens won't do anything. Into the SB2, and it finishes him off. So, kind of a big error by me, but Sinister's too busted for it to matter. So yeah, just had to play the fight slightly differently. So now I do turn recoils back on. And we're on to this Yelena, which I believe is the last fight. So this is Conflictor, which in theory, Sinister should shut off with his ability to reduce Purify, but that ability is very buggy and just sometimes doesn't work because kabam. So yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't have that ability and trigger every Conflictor stack before throwing specials. But anyway, we throw him one special and already down to half health. We throw another, but the Vicious wasn't up, so this isn't gonna quite kill. It's going to take her relatively low, though, especially with this pause at the back. And yeah, up to another special, and she's now dead. So yeah, pretty easy war on the main. Slight whoopsie on the Nefaria fight, but yeah, nothing close to a death, so that's fine. Now onto the mini. Again, Zola versus the exact same Section 1, because, I don't know, I'm like the only Zola player in the world, apparently. That's a lie, by the way, I'm just being exaggerating. But yeah, this is was actually, I think this was one of the best ones I've done, considering this was not recoils. This was pretty good. Yeah, this was quite nice. I got a very nice set off here, where Red Skull just pretty much didn't block, which was really nice. He blocked a little bit at the end, but that was fine. I also got my Zola Awakened from the free Fantastic Saga, not Fantastic Saga, Founders Saga Nexus from Cyber Weekend, so that was pretty nice. We now have Zola doing a bit of extra damage on that final burst. Okay, now on to Enchantress, again, because yay. And, yeah, this one does not go according to plan. This is possibly my worst Enchantress I've ever done. Nice intercept from her, though, but I'm like, alright, that's kind of annoying. And basically, because of that, I do struggle to get her in the corner for, like, pretty much the entire match now. I do start charging in the middle of the arena, which I really shouldn't have. I should have just started trying to get her backed up against the wall. But yeah, I start charging, she then resists that, so I'm just getting no good charges off, which is really annoying. She dexes out of that, so again, no, like, good charge off. She throws the first SB3, but this is fine. They do very little damage, so that's just more of a time sink than an actual scary thing. She does catch me again, though, and at this point I'm like, alright, can we stop getting, like, hit? Because this is starting to piss me off a bit. So I go for another heavy, and what I'm going to do here is I was going to go for my SB3, but my plan was, oh, I'll let her throw her SB3 first, because then I'll get extra healing, duh. forgot that Enchantress power steals on her SB3, so I instantly threw my SB1, which is fine. Power locked her back. Sorry, special locked her back. But yeah, this fight is just not going according to plan. We're still fine. We can still tank at least another SB3. Probably 2, but the second one would be dicey. But we finally get her against the wall, throw 3 heavies off, and then just SB1 to let them tick. Horrible fight, really, but oh well, it happens. I just had a bad fight full. And to be fair, seeing as like my last 5 Enchantresses have all been like 30-second cooks, I probably deserved one of them about now. Okay, now on to the really sad part. Wolf versus this Poison Cold Snap Serpent. Now, I've played one of these earlier in the season, and I lived, but it wasn't great. So I said, hey, can I have Mr. Fantastic pre-fights this time? We'll stop his power gain a bit. Debuff Siphon will do a lot of work, especially with the SB2. And they was like, yeah, sure. Got me some Mr. Fantastics with someone, and the guy fell asleep and didn't apply them. So that wasn't good. So I'm instantly a bit annoyed and also a bit like, okay, this is now going to be way harder. And then I ate that special intercept, and at this point I'm like, okay, I'm probably dead. Because the problem wasn't really eating the special. The problem was how many charges it gives, and how much it backed me up. Because now I am like permanently in my side of the, like the map. And yeah, now that I'm against the wall, he's doing so much damage. He's got the inexorable up. I'm pretty much in a very bad way. Yeah, this is cooked. I throw off another SB2 just to get some space. He throws off his SB2. I close the gap slightly to Oh, by the way, I got 6 cold snaps on that last SB2, which is funny. But yeah, this is just cooked. And I realize this will probably kill me, and I'm dead. Yay. If I had Mr. Fantastics, I probably would have soloed because he was less than 10%. Debuff Siphon plus Suppression plus Petrify probably would have been a solo. So yeah, that's kind of ass. Guy fell asleep. Nothing I can really do about that. Because you can see here, I'm clearing like the last 30 minutes. I really left it about as long as I could have. But yeah, that just sucks. That death just sucks because of the scenario around it. But because Faye had matched GT, I had already seen the war score, and I realized this doesn't matter. Yeah, Faye didn't have a good time against GT. So yeah, so we'll just go back in and finish this. It does mean that the mini's now on 2 deaths for the season. We're on 3 deaths total across the 2 accounts. Which is, it's worse than I wanted. I wanted it to be max 2 deaths. You know, 1 on each account seems fair. But hey, all 3 of the deaths this season have been pretty ass. There was, what was the first one? Oh yeah, the first one was Spider-Woman hitting a nasty walk-up light attack and just straight killing me. The second one was Captain Britain deciding also again to use light attacks when I'm trying to intercept and then stun locking me. And then the third one was due to a missing pre-fight, I would say. And the special intercept too, but just kind of annoying to be honest, especially because it was planned. But well, shit happens. We move on. And we move on onto this void, which is fine. You can get the heavy counters without parrying, which is what I tried to do in this fight. It is very tight. It can be a bit scary, I can't lie. There was 1 or 2 where I got a bit scared I was going to get clipped. So I probably would just recommend like that. That is way too close. And I tried to heavy earlier, but the control just didn't register. He could have hit me there. But anyway, we drop our SB2. And yeah, this is looking pretty good now. We have lost not much health. overall. We're going to use the relic to get another heavy off because easy opening. And then we're going to cleanse into the SP2 just so that any hazard I get throughout it gets cleansed instantly. Pretty easy. And yeah, now the fight's just done. We just need to drop like one more combo. Never mind, we just special intercept. And yeah, pretty easy fight for Shang. Just make sure to keep the cleanse up as much as possible. And now last fight. Rich get rich in Nefaria again. We did this once earlier in the season. We died to this last season because I was a bot. But we did this once earlier in the season. It was pretty easy. Essentially, it is just push to SB3. Make sure I have the slow up. So then I can just keep playing as normal. And I'm just going to get the precision on me. I will get a load of his flux charges on me, but I don't really care. My Nectar is going to be maxed out in this fight either way. So yeah, I also had the power back boost still on, so we was getting some good power from that. Throw another SB2. He's below half health before he's even had a chance to move, which is really nice. Throws off that SB3, fine. The slow had a bit smaller duration than I would have wanted, so I decided to SB2 instead, because he's not going to dex that. And now, one thing to note, you can still stun with his charge, even when Ionic's up. You just can't stun on parry. So, another SB2 fires off, and he's nearly dead. He's just going to throw one more SB3, but then we get to counter straight away. And then he's dead, so yeah, very easy fight overall, as long as you play it right, which I did not the first time, whoops. Yeah, he's dead. Into the SB2, and that is the war over. So yeah, kind of pissed about that death, but it happens. So Salty did win, so it is going to be a straight shootout against GT, providing we both win War 8. Which GT has noon, so that could be interesting, and we have PBT. Faye did lose, though, pretty heavily. Yeah, we didn't have a good time. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you all in War 8, because it's starting to heat up.